Also, we're gonna have cats just doing fucking.
I think that's kind of charming though, because that is our reality. There are fucking cats everywhere. And we never sleep. Ever. He looks so innocent. I've never done anything wrong in my whole life. I would never scratch up your couch ever.
There's no way. Oh yeah.
Motherfucker.
Terrible.
I would never scratch your face.
Classic. Your glasses do cover it, kind of.
Oh, that's good. Because it is definitely like...
It's a lot better today.
It's a lot better, but it's just so raised up. Like way more so than I would have expected. But it's fine. It's getting better.
Yeah. My dick's the same way.
Hot.
Raised up. Every time I look at you. Hey. That's good.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, the guy Pat that only works on Sundays. I really like him. He's rough around the edges, but I really like him. And I was telling him that because he's like, because he's like psyched on my back tattoo that you're doing and like loves tattoos.
Yeah, I go back into that too.
Yeah. And he was asking if I had like done any more tattoos since I've seen him last. It's been a couple weeks. And I was like, yeah, like I tattooed myself once and I'm about to tattoo myself again, but I like tattooed my boyfriend. It was really rough. And he's like, oh yeah, what happened? And I was like, well, I tattooed him like up here. And as I said that, Troy was walking by and he's like, yikes. And then he kept going. And then Pat was like, oh God, so what, you were just like, hold your balls, man. I was like, we made it work. And he was like, were you just like so distracted the whole time? And I was like, initially, yes. But then I was bad at what I was doing and that was more distracting.
My focus has shifted.
It is so funny. He was like, were you so turned on? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, I'm at work right now, actually.
But then it was cute. I was like, I don't know. It was like way less stretchy for me. And he was like, well, I'd have to think. That was my coworker that said I was skinny, that I was like, that's surprising. He was like, you're like a relatively skinny person. I'd have to think that like you tattooing this part of your body versus some dude's like stretchy ass upper thigh was probably pretty different. Like, you've never seen my boyfriend before. But sure.
Yeah, man.
Whatever. It was silly.
Remember the first dream that you wanted to talk about?
No, but I'm just gonna dive into it.
Okay, do you want me to tell you what was on the board before? Then you can...
From what I remember, it was like...
tattoo, published, TED Talk, learned oil paint, golf girly, finished book, make the person smaller.
Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, I'll basically do the same things. I might do fewer things.
Yeah.
I might I feel like with like golf stuff, I feel like that's more of like a both of us dream. Even though it's your dream, I feel like it's my dream in getting to do that with, well, maybe I'll put it on there still and talk about that, but whatever, not important. Okay, I'm ready when you are, baby.
Oh yeah, I've been filming the whole time, so.
Sick, I hope everyone gets to hear my story about Pat.
I have that all on tape.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first dream I'm gonna write down. So ideally, my dream with publishing would be to write a book. I've started writing a book. I would love to finish writing this book, and I would love to get it published. Also, I want to be loose with what that looks like. I feel like I have several different ideas of books that I would love to write and stories I would love to tell, and I'd love to publish poetry too. So I want to be open-minded about what that looks like, but ultimately, stop fighting. Cats. Ultimately, what that means to me though is like digging into this thing that I am more passionate about than most things. Like I find writing the most life-giving practice that I have consistently in my life. Even if no one reads it, the act of writing is fundamental to my well-being and is something I incorporate in my day-to-day life. But to publish something, especially something as like curated and intentional as a book, would feel like such a success, because the idea of even a single person reading these stories that I have to write, because I would write a lot about experiences that I've had personally. If even a single person read something that I wrote and felt understood or hopeful or just like a little bit better in any way, that feels like such a success. So that is a huge dream of mine, is to publish some of my writing.
Love that.
Thanks, baby.
Dream one, let's go.
Okay, baby. Well, what comes to mind first? Pretend we're not filming. What's the first thing you think of when you think of dreams?
I think that I think the golf one is the most important to me, even though it's the least important.
What do you mean by that?
It is like a personal challenge goal. I guess they all are kind of, but it's like more of a goal that I know is not beneficial in like a lucrative or financial way.
Yeah.
That it's like, this is something that I just want to do for myself, for a personal development thing, versus the other ones are like things that I really want to do for myself and like figure out, but a lot of it is also like career oriented, and so there is like an ulterior motive behind that too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna start with golf as the number one.
Love it.
Okay, so we're gonna write golf, but also I'm gonna dive a little deeper into my writing, which is that my main goal around golf this year is to compete in tournaments, which I haven't done since I was in high school, and I always did terrible in them because I was always so nervous all the time. And so I want to get good at competing and feeling comfortable in that situation, and I want to get to scratch, which is a 0 handicap, by September, so that I can go after the U.S. Mid-Am, and then next year go after the U.S. Open. This year I'm not going to even write that because there's no way I'm going to get there in time. So that's my main goal for that, and there's so many things that I'm like excited around with this, in that like I like doing partnerships. It's like something that like I do a lot of in like business side of things. So like I'll partner with like Ari, or I'll partner with like different companies to do different things for different dreams because I don't have the money to do them otherwise. And so for like in this scenario, the only way I'm going to be able to do this is with help. And I'm confident that I can get that by offering barter situations, or like figuring something out, or I don't know, I'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
we'll figure it out together. I'll like post about it as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I think the goal is to like get into a simulator or like a course that allows me to like play a certain amount or whatever. I can practice for free on the range, and because I already stole his barcode, and so
You didn't steal it. He offered it to
to be
you.
fair, yeah, he did offer it to me. I don't know how long I get these free range balls for, but right now I get free range balls out of course.
Heyo.
It's pretty cool. And then I can chip and putt for free. So I can practice for free right now, but it's too cold to do that. So so there's some ideas I have that I'm like excited about also doing, because that also excites me. I think like the partnership side of things is fun. And I think there's like a win-win to be had, and and you also get to like develop really cool relationships this way. Like I have relationships from making the movie with like the guy that we did like 4 nights. We got 4 nights at the bar for free, and it was like we still talk to this guy all the time. Like when we talked to Aaron the other day, he brought him up, being like, "Oh, I talked to Vince." Like that's the guy who gave us the bar for 4. Like we don't have any connection to him outside of that, but we still talk to him all the time. And like partnerships are cool to me. I just think that they're awesome. Like they're so. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot to do with this, but I'm excited for all of this. This will be a really fun year of that, and I'm excited for Hope to be involved in this and like walking around with me and to see how I compete differently with her there, which I think will actually be a game changer. I think will be really cool. So I'm excited for that too. So that's the first one.
She gets it from her dad, okay?
Yeah. She actually had no drama when I got her.
That is my favorite bit, acting like my cat's characteristics have anything to do with me. I'm like, oh, they learned it from their mom.
Honestly though.
There are some correlations there. You know, Louis perfect because of his mom.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just obnoxious as fuck because of...
But also he's perfect.
But also he's perfect. Okay, are you ready?
Perfectly obnoxious.
It's a lot. Okay, the next dream, I'm gonna write golf girly.
Oh.
Ooh. So what that means for me is a little bit broad. I love the idea of learning how to golf. It is a shockingly complicated and difficult game. And anything competitive is really pressing for me mentally and emotionally. And it was like our second date, me and Tyler, that we went to a golf range. And I intentionally agreed to do that. Because I knew it was going to really challenge me, and because I knew that being in a situation that was pressing for me in that way was going to be really telling of what the future of our relationship could be. That either he was going to be remarkably patient and loving and see me at my worst and it be okay, or I was going to get frustrated and he was going to get frustrated and we were going to bring out the worst in each other and I would know right away that this was not worth pursuing. And it was the most incredible date of all time. And he was so patient and loving and respectful. He wasn't hovering over me, but he was very aware of me. And so he taught me things, but he also gave me space, and it was just the perfect balance of all of it. And he made me feel really safe in something that I was really uncomfortable with. And so I felt like that was and is really important. And I consistently have felt, and I think will always feel, that the best way to know, and I know there's something so loud.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Hey, cats.
Baby, that's so sweet though.
That's true.
That's such a sweet thing to say.
That's true.
Never just sweet.
I love you.
Thank you.
That was like such a funny date because every single one of my friends had nothing but doubt for me. Like literally at work that like day before going on that date, I was joking around and was like, I'm gonna go play golf. And every one of my friends was like, I guess you hate this guy. Because they all were like, that's gonna be a nightmare and he's not gonna like you after this. And I'm like, you are probably right. And I was so scared of being in a relationship and I was so tempted to push you away anyways, that the idea of being in the position that was a little bit more make it or break it, I felt comfortable in because I knew that I really liked you in a way that was scary for me. And so it felt important for us to know each other quickly, and to figure out if it was worth your time or my time. And it felt worth looking bad.
Yeah.
And And you seeing that side of me, that felt really important to me, that my cards were on the table right away. Because I did really like you, and that did really scare me. But it was so funny, every single one. And then the next day I got texts from every single one of my friends being like, how bad was it? I'm like, you wouldn't believe it was actually really good. And you just were so excited and explaining this game to me that I always thought was fucking boring. I just thought, this is the boring, oh my God, the most boring shit of all time. Why would I care about this at all? It was like what rich old white men do because they're retired and don't know what else to do. Yikes. And then we start doing it and you're explaining the dynamics and I'm like, you are coming alive and you're so passionate about it. And I'm learning so much. And it just like blew me away how complex and challenging this game is and how hard it is. So I put this on my dream board because to learn something that challenging, that is so unnatural for me in every way would be such a victory for me. Just to mentally and emotionally challenge myself in a way where I can sit in so much discomfort for such a prolonged amount of time, and be okay with being bad at something in front of people a lot for a long time. That is part of it. You cannot practice privately, not really anyways. And I think there's something to that. And also the other side of it is that like, I just want to partner with you. And should I say that I want to partner with Tyler or should I say that I want to partner with you? Because I feel like I'm talking to you, but you're also behind the camera.
You should be talking, I think you saying you is fine.
Okay. Because it's obvious that you're behind the camera.
In the beginning you were saying Tyler a lot, but then it was like...
I did because you had said hope when you were talking.
Yeah, because we were kind of talking to the audience and we've already talked about our dreams to each other.
Yeah.
But also I think it's cool to break that and be like, and then...
I'm just talking to you at this point.
And then you.
Yeah, because I can't not, because I feel like I'm just talking to you. So, okay, whatever. We'll make of this whatever we want to. But to partner with you in this and to love you, I think that the best, what I was starting to say before was like, I think that the best way to know and love someone is to invest in what they are passionate about. That's been one of the most life-giving ventures I've experienced in all of my meaningful relationships, whatever the nature of those relationships, family, friends, partners, to really pay attention to and invest in what makes them come alive is the most profound experience because it makes you a little bit more alive and it makes you realize that things you never thought about actually can really matter. And even if those things don't really matter to you at the end of the day, it matters to this person and like, therefore it's worth it. And that time and attention is worth it. And so to do this alongside you feels like the most beautiful and intimate thing. Like, why would I ever choose to not be a part of something that excites you? And this excites you so much. Like, it is such a privilege to be a part of it with you. And like my favorite part of this Thanksgiving trip that we had together was watching you play golf and hang out with you and your dad and your brother-in-law and like get to be a part of that, even though I didn't play. I didn't have it in me, but like, God, I loved being a part of it so much. It's so fun. And to watch you like problem solve in the moment and to get to like debrief with you after all of it and to watch you overcome these moments of anxiety or frustration, these moments that you were like feeling really defeated and then you overcome it. It is like the most exciting feeling in the world as your partner. I love that so much. Louis.
I'm not a tighter shot of you anyway, so.
So yeah, that is a very long-winded way of saying that golf is on my list because I think it will grow me so much as a person to participate in. And I think it is a beautiful thing for our relationship to get to do alongside you. And I have loved every second of being a part of it with you. And I'm excited to see how far we can take that. And it's such an honor to walk the green with you and to stand next to you and to meet the random people that are playing with you and chat with them, and just to just to be a part of it is such an honor. So that is very much on my dream board. It's a little bit more vague, but I think just pressing into it more and walking alongside you in your journey is a big dream.
So beautiful, baby.
Thanks, baby. I know I talked for way too long.
There's no such thing as too long.
Not very concise.
Okay, so the next one I have is tattoo, but I think I'm actually gonna go with a fuck. What's the word? I know pivot's a word that I can use, but it's not the word I want to use. Audible.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with audible. I'm just gonna go one more down the list.
Whoa, rebel guy.
I like to change things a little bit. Okay, because I think I'll explain it, but the next one I have is gonna be oil drilling.
Fracking.
Under my house. My house, I mean apartment, I rent, so I can't afford it.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. I can't afford a house in a year or 3 or 4. So oil painting is my next one, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did because fuck it, you know. I only started oil painting a year ago. I've been a full-time artist for 6 years, but I tattoo mainly, and so I like oil painting a lot. I really love it. And I'm like still learning it. I don't know what I'm doing a lot of times, but I know enough that I can like put a painting together, and I'm just figuring it out, you know. But what my dream is, this is what we're doing. We're doing the dream board.
Yeah, we didn't really explain what we're doing.
Oh, we're not actually talking about this now. We're halfway into it. We are doing a dream board that we're gonna hang up in our house so that you can see the dreams that we're doing this year and what this channel is actually about. This
Yeah.
It is that it's her dreams, all the things she wants to accomplish this year, all the things I want to accomplish this year, the things we want to do together. Don't look at the board. We already started this before explaining it. We're not very good at that yet. We're learning this YouTube thing too, okay? It's all a work in progress. Bear with us. Anyway.
Also, you're Tyler, I'm Hope.
Also, my name is Tyler, her name is Hope. We together are both. Feels self-explanatory. Okay. Anyway, now that we've explained the channel, or the video, I guess, and the channel, whatever. Oil painting is the next thing I'm doing here. Okay, so with oil painting, what I want, my dream is to paint more. I want to do 2, not 2x3. I don't want to do 2x3 paintings. I want to do 2 or 3. I don't know why I did that. 2 or 3 paintings a week. Never really gonna do that. I think 2 is realistic, potentially. But 2 to 3 a week, in theory. And then I want to sell, any would be good. I want to sell some. I have not sold the painting yet, but I do feel optimistic that I have a lot of time to live and a lot of time to paint, and that eventually someone might buy one. I'd like to sell some paintings. I'm going to add an S. Yeah, that's optimism. Sell some paintings, sell some prints. I would love to, and I'll go into this a little bit more later, but I'd love to scale back tattooing a little bit so that it's not my only source of income and I don't feel so nervous and pressured every month to like survive by getting a certain amount of bookings or whatever, and like running ads and feeling defeated in them. So my goal is to diversify my income a little bit, so I'm not so stressed out in it being one thing. And I think painting is a good way to go because I want to make my income just by art, ideally, because that's what I've been doing for so long. I love it. So I'm working on that. I'd like to just get better at oil painting. I'd like to be able to make more oil paintings and like start really putting a lot of effort into that, taking classes around it, learning and growing, and then also building an audience around my style and being able to sell some eventually would be great. So yeah, that's number 2, oil painting. Probably gonna do a lot of paintings about golf. Just kidding, probably.
Maybe, we'll see.
We don't know.
Thank you so much.
Alright, baby, try out 30 pounds this time, okay?
How am I supposed to be a dramatic queen if you limit me in that way?
That is difficult.
Okay, so number 3 for me is a more obvious one from our content so far, but to be a tattoo artist. That has been a dream of mine forever. I remember even like being in elementary school, being so fascinated by tattoos and piercings and being so excited. I wasn't allowed to get my ears pierced until I was 10. What? And that was a big fucking deal. And I like counted down the days. And then, so I got my like lobes pierced, but then I wanted to get this piercing up here, my cartilage. And I remember talking to my older sister and I was like, Elizabeth, like, how do I get mom to say yes? I want to get, like, I just wanted piercings so badly. And she said, Hope, wait until she's in a really good mood. And Christmas is coming up. You should wait until she's literally opening a present and you should ask her. And I did. And sure as shit, Christmas morning, my mom's opening a present and I said, hey mom, would you take me to get my ear pierced tomorrow? And she was like, sure. And then tomorrow morning I was like, hey, are we gonna go to the ball? Are we gonna go get my ear pierced? And she's like, what? And I reminded her, she's like, oh, I forgot about that. Well, I guess that is what we're doing today.
That's so cute. I had to blackmail my mom. You went way better.
Well,
better influences.
Elizabeth gave me really good advice, which I gave the same advice to one of my nieces a couple years ago because I was like, man, this is good advice to give. I was like, wait until your mom's in a really good mood. And these are some examples. And sure as shit, my niece did that and my sister did say yes to the things she was asking for.
This is about to be like a family tradition. She's going to pass it on to her nieces.
I know. Anyways, though, I've always been fascinated by tattoos and piercings, even at such a young age. Was so excited about all of that, and I got my first tattoo on my 18th birthday, and I was so excited. And I like absolutely like the tattoo artist is doing the thing, and I'm like, this will be my only tattoo. And then halfway through it, I'm like, I'm gonna get so many more tattoos. This is everything to me. And I just really fell in love with it because I just thought that they were cool and like a beautiful expression and a really healing thing for me. I've always been such a sensitive and emotional person that's gone through so many significant seasons of my life that like I haven't always known how to honor these seasons of my life because it's so important to move on from these things that have happened, but I want to honor them too. And so getting tattoos has been like a good way to do that, where my person is moving on, but I am also doing something very permanent to honor and respect what has happened. And then also I'm like, I don't know, some flowers would be cool. And then you do that too. And it's been a way for me to love my body and to cover up self-harm scars and to express myself. It's been all of those things. I think that tattoos are profound and silly and fun and expressive and just like so good. And so everything in me has wanted to be a tattoo artist since I was early high school. But I never thought that that could happen. I know getting an apprenticeship is really challenging. And I've never felt like that was just in my wheelhouse to agree to work so hard for free for so long. Just never felt doable. And to find someone that would be willing to teach me is also not very doable. And so to be in this position where the love of my life is offered is just like the greatest gift. And so now this is a dream that I get to pursue, and I don't know what that's going to look like. And I don't know what will come of that. And it might be money making and it might not be, but to learn how to do this and to honor my own body by doing this and potentially help other people to love themselves better by doing this is just such an exciting thing. So I feel very psyched on that.
Hell yeah, and you're getting my first face tattoo.
Yes, and I'm gonna give you your first face tattoo.
Don't tell my mom though.
So don't tell her, she's never gonna find out.
Don't watch this, mom, or my
yeah, families don't watch this.
Alright, bye.
So, you know.
Oh, I missed the throw.
You missed it again, babe.
I keep missing her throw. I keep doing weird zoom ins in that. There we go. Ah, fuck it. I missed it.
Babe, I thought.
How to dress this.
Okay.
Baby.
Baby. Why do you get to throw it and I don't?
You do, I just don't catch it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can use mine for
Yeah, fucking whatever. Okay.
WN.
All right. Serious times. What's
Okay.
your next dream?
Next dream is the same dream that you have.
Becoming a tattoo artist?
Yeah. I'm gonna do mine in caps because
that's
what I've done with everything except for I've done that with everything.
right.
It's just
Cohesive.
part of the culture. This one. I don't know. You get it. Okay. So tattooing, this has been my career for 6 years full time. 1 year wasn't really a career, but I just did it in my apartment. So, what I want to focus on with tattooing this year is doing more projects that are life-giving to me, like bigger projects that are storytelling pieces. I like to storytell with everything. I like film making and all of that. And so I want to tell stories with tattoos in a unique way that I haven't seen really done before in a lot of tattoos. And I have one I'm working on right now. Robbie, if you'd ever fucking come in and finish it, that'd be dope.
Baby.
I won't include that part.
Baby, it's so dramatic.
Well,
You cannot call specific people out.
Alright. Beep. If you'd ever come in and finish it, you know who the fuck I'm talking.
What's the piece? Why does it excite you?
So there's a piece that I had that I had an idea around, and it was a regular client of mine. And so the goal was to do a full leg sleeve where it's different panels of a story and we're making it up. So like we're like creating our own characters and creating our own story. And the way that it is it flows around the leg as different movie panels and it tells a whole story. Obviously you can't really do like a full film shot by like the ankle. So it's like it goes, once we hit the knee, then like one leg panel is one scene, the other leg panel is the other scene, the cap is the final scene or something. I forgot exactly how we laid it out. But it is like, if you just wrap around the leg, it tells a story, and it's Bonnie and Clyde type of story. So it's like these two lovers who like go on this heist together, and then one gets like taken by the sheriff or whatever, and the other one's like still trying to get away, and then gets like bombarded by these dudes with guns, and then she comes on horseback on a scene, and then the next scene is her like behind a barrel seeing him confronted, and then the final scene she's shooting at them, and we don't know what happens after that, and it's like he's still alive and she's guns blazing at the people, and that's the story. And so like it goes around and it's so cool. And so like the first scene is like them burning a sheriff's carriage, making out in front of it, like they're kissing and the sheriff's carriage is burning behind them. And then the second scene is the sheriff whose face is all burned and scarred up, and he's stabbing a photo that says wanted with their photos on it. Super cool. There's like, so anyway, just really cool like storytelling sleeve. And I want to do more of that, of like finding my own style in my work and like telling different stories and doing unique tattoos that I haven't seen done before that I think could be really cool and interesting. And I know that like it will take a couple versions of it to really figure out the best way to tell that story, to do that like in terms of composition. But I want to do more of that. So like the main thing is I want to do like more pieces that that tell a story. So I'm just gonna write storytelling, and I'm gonna write big under it, which doesn't really make a lot of sense if you're just looking at this. But I don't want to do small storytelling pieces. I want to do big pieces, full backs, and all that. And so that's one thing. The other thing is that I want to have more. I mean, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I want to have more financial success in it. I think right now I feel very scared a lot of times, in that I know that like my work is good. I know that people really like it and want to get tattooed by me. Like I'm not like scared in that. I'm scared in the fact that like I just have a hard time getting, and my prices are very fair. It's just hard to get, people just don't have a lot of money right now to spend, and it is just hard to get new bookings, and like people will finish projects and then not want to come in for a while. And so I'm running ads constantly, and I'm trying a million different ways to get bookings, but it's just hard for all tattooers right now. And so I know that will change over time, but it is a concern of mine. And so my goal is to be a little less nervous financially month to month. And so maybe that is tying in oil painting and some other things that will create revenue outside of tattooing, to ease that a little bit. But right now I don't have that. So right now the only money I make is from tattooing, and I also am just by myself in a shop that is like fully reliant on me to do. So my goal for this year, my dream for this year is to feel more secure financially month to month. And so maybe that's like spending less, saving more, paying down my debts, whatever. But that's a big thing for me that I want to do this year and I'm just going to write financial security. I ramble a little bit, but you guys get it.
Baby.
Baby, you're so hot.
Thanks, baby. You're so hot. Okay. The cops. Okay.
Sometimes woo-woo's cops, and sometimes woo-woo is celebratory.
And how do you know unless you say? This woo-woo is the cops, this woo-woo is celebratory.
Yeah.
You have to say.
There is a distinction and it needs to be noted.
Woo-woo-woo.
Oh, that's cops. They're at the door.
They're at the door.
Everybody Everyone run, hide!
God, yeah, you're ox. They're after him. He's a criminal.
Like a little devil guy.
He's a little fucking criminal. Okay. So you only have one more left that you're gonna write down, yeah?
But you get 2, right?
Yeah, but I think I'll just write one then.
Okay.
Okay, so this is sort of a more vague one, but a really important one, and one that I want to actively work on. And I do think there are tangible examples of this progress, but it also is just a little bit vague, I guess. So for me, I will say I want to make depression smaller. Meaning, I understand that I am a person who has major depressive disorder. I am a person who has PTSD. I'm a person who has generalized anxiety. However, that can mean so many things. Like these are a part of me and things that I have and deal with on the day-to-day, but they are also not my identity. They're not who I am. And I think I have had seasons of my life that have been really challenging to survive and get through. And so the goal is never to make these things feel less overwhelming. The goal is just to get through every day. And I am in a place now where there's a lot of instability still. There always is. But I am mentally and emotionally so supported and have received so much help and have so many tools and so much support, I guess. I have so much around me. I have every reason to thrive. And so it's important to me to really prioritize that. I am not naive enough to expect a reality in which depression is not present. But it does feel very realistic and attainable for depression to not rule me. And so much of my life has been dictated by my mental illness. Like, what is safe for me? What can I handle? Can I go out with my friends tonight? Can I go to work today? What can I do? What can I not do? I've had so many moments that people have gotten so angry with me because I haven't attended events. I haven't shown up for people the way that they have wanted or needed because I knew that it was actually dangerous for me. Because of the state I was in with my depression. And I don't ever want to be in that position again. I understand that there will be seasons that are harder than others. I never want to be in a place, though, where I feel like my identity is dictated by my mental illness or my relationships are defined by my mental illness. I know that that takes a level of intentionality. I know that there's certain things I have to be really careful around, but I also know that there's so much healing that has happened and can happen. And so I want to, this year especially, but just in general moving forward, I really want to focus on healing and prioritizing that. And becoming more and more hope and less all this other stuff. And that I so can appreciate and accept that this is a part of who I am and that this has shaped me into who I am, but I refuse to be in the position again where I am defined by these things. So I want to prioritize whatever it is to heal. Good therapy, good friends, good community, good boundaries. resting when I need to, doing things that are good for me, not doing things that are bad for me. Really, really simple things, but remarkably challenging things. That is a dream of mine. So.
Fucking missed it.
Fucking, of course you did.
It's good. I'm like, I was looking for you.
Okay, your turn, baby. And then we can quickly run through
we'll put
the
it on
bow.
time both.
Yeah.
All right. Are we rolling?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The final, I mean, I have some other stuff, but really the main other goal that I have for this year, dream, I guess. Not the goal channel, not another goal. Would be ag.
Yeah, yikes. Keep with the topic, babe.
Yeah.
Keep with the channel.
Stay with the hope. Stay with the hope. Yeah, so the other dream I have this year, I really want to direct a play. I've never directed a play before. Will I be good at it? Yeah.
Obviously.
Really good at it. That's why I want to do it. I'm really excited about it. I've directed films. I've never directed a play, but I was in a scene of a play. not even the full play. I was in a scene of Rabbit Hole, and I loved that play. The whole one, not just the scene. The whole play. I really loved. And so I did a scene of that in college. And I just thought it was like just a remarkable story, the way that they told the story. And it's so simple, kind of, but it's like such interesting dynamics between the characters. And there's so much tension building between so many different characters and so many different things happening without anything happening. And it's just how they handle the situation. And everyone handles it differently because they're different people. And no one did anything wrong, really, but traumatic things happened. And so everyone has to handle that differently and handle grief differently. And it's just really beautiful stories if you haven't seen it. There's also a movie around it and stuff too, which is also really cool. But the play I really love. And I also know that there's going to be so many challenges in it. I don't know what that looks like. I don't even know what any of the play companies are out here, or which one I'd want to work with, or if anyone would hire me, or if I would get paid or not. I don't know if any of the actors out here are good. I'm in Denver. There's so many things. I'm I don't know. What I do know is that I think it'll be good. I think that it will. I think it'll be really special and cool. And so I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited about the challenge. And also, I think it's cool that Hope is she did set design so much growing up, and worked in theater a lot growing up, and also we were talking about she was telling me all the different things she was doing. I was like, you're definitely a producer in a lot of these ways. And so I'm I would love for you to produce or co-direct this with me. That would be so cool. Really, this is something we'll get into on the bow side probably, but really, the majority of these goals are we just want to do the things that are life-giving to us, that are challenging and feel impossible and feel like they will create inspiration and purpose within us and potentially in other people, and that we can do them together and be around each other as much as possible. And so I think that directing a play, I'm I would love to have her involved in any capacity if she can be around all the time doing that, because I don't actually want to direct a play if it's going to take me away for 10 hours a day. That sounds terrible. I don't want that at all. So I love the idea, and also she's so creative and cool and great and amazing. So I think she would help out a lot too. But also I'm I just want her to be there with me in that. So anyway, I'm gonna write, direct, play. I do want to do it in slow period of tattooing, which is November, December vibes. So I'll write, I don't know, that not N. I don't know what that is. It's a V with a line on it.
That's all
November,
ends,
December.
really.
And then I'm gonna write with hope too, because I think that's also important for that dream. Okay. This is now our both of our dreams. So we have like her individual dreams, my individual dreams. They're both all kind of connected, but there are things that we want to accomplish together.
So we have this dream board on purpose because we both are inspired and we want to do so many different things that it can get a little bit convoluted at times. What are we pursuing the most? What matters the most? How do we prioritize our time and energy when we also have to work full time and do all these other things? So we got this dream board so that we could write down what matters the most to us and so that we can honor those things in one another. And so we have 3 columns: Hope, Tyler, both. So we've already talked about Hope and Tyler, and now we're going to briefly go through the both column.
Yeah.
So I think to start, Tyler already mentioned this a little bit, but I think for me, and I think for both of us, we share a dream of just wanting to meld our lives together as much as possible. You know, as much as I want to pursue these individual things, like what my heart genuinely longs for is just a world where I can spend as much time with you as possible. And that I am at my job and I resent it purely because I don't get to be with you for it. And so if there is a way that we can build career around that, that we can work together and also do things that make us feel alive, like that is the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
And so
There is a way too.
and there is a way.
And we're working towards that.
And there is a way.
It's a dream.
That so I think that is a big dream for us both, is how do we do a thing? How do we live life in a way that is sustainable financially and is realistic, but we get to work together every day and spend most of our time together? That is so important to us both.
I'm gonna write, I kind of did a dash. I didn't do a dash on anything else, so I'm trying to fix it. But I didn't do a great job fixing it, but I did do a job of it. What I am gonna do is write quality time times forever.
Times forever.
So that's what I wrote for that. Quality time times forever.
Yeah, good. That's encompassing. That's good.
Yeah. Another dream that we have on the bull side is right now we're in an apartment. The apartment is about 700 square feet. And we have us, and we have 4 cats, and we have, you know, not much more than that.
Because that's a lot.
A lot of things in
4 cats is a lot.
Yeah. Our goal is to get a house at some point. And what I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah, please.
So when we first started dating, I brought up that like I've always wanted a black house. I think that like the black with like the wood accents is the most beautiful house ever, and I see it all the time. Well, very rarely, but like you'll see
it occasionally, and like,
I see it a lot because I get like my Instagram feed just sends them to me because I just like it a lot. So I see it probably more than the average person. I don't see it in real life all the time, but I see it a lot just in general. I think that aesthetic is so beautiful, and I brought it up casually on like, I don't know, our second date or something.
It was very early on.
Maybe first date.
Well, we were with Dan, so it was like,
oh yeah,
it was within the first month of us dating.
yeah,
for sure.
it was a couple dates in, and I was a little nervous bringing it up because it's something that like I really want. That like it's been something that I've like wanted forever, and I felt like every time I brought it up to any partner that I had, they were not into it. And so I just expected that. And what was so cool is that she freaked out and was like, I have a Pinterest board that is just black houses, and like that is that exact aesthetic, and that was really cool when she showed it to me and stuff. It was just really cool. And also, as we talk about it more, it's like our vision for what that could be is so similar. And like the things that we want out of that are so similar. And also, we have brainstormed so many other cool ideas around that, which is like, I want it to be like a museum in there. And like that we are, like she has such a good composition and such a good eye around art, and the way that she will like, and you'll see it in some of these prompt nights, I'm sure. Definitely in the last one we did that may or may not be before this video, but she has just such a way of like the way that her brain works in composing an image on a page is so beautiful, and I really am like, oh, it would be so cool if you just did that with a whole wall. Like, if you just took a wall and just did whatever mural you wanted in whatever way you saw fit for that. And that we also could collaborate on walls, and we can have, like, but every wall is, like, telling a story, and we just make every room feel so beautiful, like a museum. And then we started, like, exploring that and talking about that. Yeah. And it's just been this thing that's, like, grown and grown, and that I'm, like, so excited for. Yeah. And so one thing that we're going to put on here, that is like a big thing that we want to do, and hopefully in the next year or two, but definitely eventually. At some point, was going to be a black house. Mm-hmm. But also there's so much more that goes into that too. Yeah. But yeah, that I think is so cool.
It was a really beautiful moment too, because we were so early on in our relationship, but so in love with each other already. And we had had several moments like this already, where one of us said something like kind of unhinged, or just like said something being like, ugh, and you're probably not gonna like this, but you have to hear it because it is something that's a part of me. And then the other person would react exactly that way, like, no fucking way, me too, the exact same really obscure, weird fucking thing. And so it was such a sweet moment, because it was like, it felt silly enough and we were with our friend, but it was this moment of like, no fucking way, you don't actually want that. And I'm like pulling up my Pinterest, like in the car in the moment.
Uber, I think, because I was on the...
No, Dan was driving us, because we went on that hike that day.
Passenger seat, and
I was in the back seat, yeah.
Was when we were on the hike?
Yeah, with cool. Dan that one day, and he was driving us back.
That's fun.
But yeah, so it was like so sweet, and we're like, wow, we are so compatible in all of the important ways and the less important ways. Yeah. And that's just really sweet and cool. And it was just an example of us realizing that love should mean not compromising, and that it is okay to want what you want. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you do compromise, and that's realistic, and that is relationships. But what we've experienced is compromising so much over the years in our last relationships. And then we're in this relationship, and we have been able to be so fully authentic in every little stupid thing that we want, and all the dumb things. And
so supportive in each other.
And it's
even if it's not something that we like are aligned in fully, it's like, if you love that,
it's always like,
love that
yes,
too.
Of course, 100%. And so it is either that we both are already excited about that thing, or it's like, oh, I can't wait to be excited about that thing. Yeah. And so having a black house was just this like, that's crazy. That was a far-fetched dream for both of us. And then for us to discuss like what that actually looks like, and just the art that we get to create and the space that we want it to be is really exciting. And to own a space versus renting, and to have space for all of our cats, and to have space for guests to be in, and just all of it. That's a genuine big dream of ours.
Yeah. I do want to also iterate. I think it's cool because like you were talking about like compromising, and that's fine, you know, and that's what it usually is. And so like a lot of times I would be like, I want a black house, and like, you can have one black room, and that's your studio. Like, that's right. And it's like, okay, I'll take that. Yep. And that's like normal and fine, and like is what it is. But also I pitched the idea being like, okay, I can maybe get an okay on the black house, but then the interior is going to be what they want, or like, and what they want is not going to be what I want, probably, you know?
Yeah.
So it's going to be like this thing that's like, all right, but it is like the house that I'm living in that I'm like wanting to feel creative in and inspired in and peaceful in. And I think that like finding you has been a dream come true in every capacity. But I think like the black house thing is so cool because not only did it allow it to be like, okay, yeah, that could be a reality, and also how far can we take that?
Yeah.
We're both artists. We can create whatever we want. We can make this space so beautiful and so curated and so us in every way, and inspire each other and create together and make this house not only just a house, not only just a home, but an artistic expression of how we feel.
Yeah.
And how we feel together. And if we want to just say, fuck this wall later and do a whole different wall, we can.
Yeah.
We can do whatever
And
we
then
want.
it gets to evolve and be alive,
Yeah.
just the way that we are. And that we both have such vastly different strengths as artists, and that we are able to see and acknowledge those strengths and our weaknesses and collaborate together so well.
Yeah.
And that there's no offense taken there. Like, we brainstorm all the time and have very different ideas, but it's always just inspiring. It's never painful. It's just like, oh my God, and then this, or we could do this instead, and this.
Yeah.
And so we have so many projects in mind that really, like, different parts of our home are gonna really, it's like highlight different strengths of ours.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's all gonna be ours. And it's gonna be really the most like beautiful project to have and to then be in.
There's also so much respect, I think, both ways. And so it's like, I think that there's a version of like, oh yeah, you can have this room and I'm just not gonna look at it.
Totally.
You know? Because
Yeah.
that's your room
your
and I
thing.
don't like that.
Yeah.
Versus like in this scenario, I am gonna be, and I think you'll be doing the same thing, but like if there's a room that you curated, I'm like flabbergasted. Like I want to go in there all the time, and like try to figure out why you create it this way, and like just like enjoy it and allow myself to like be in this beautiful space that like very few people will ever be able to experience. And so it's
And
really
vice versa.
cool. And so yeah, I just think like the Black House is probably the biggest thing on the bulk list,
Yeah.
because there's so much that goes into that. But like we've been talking about this for a while.
For a long time. Well, and there also is some sense of anything we have on this board for ourselves. We are incorporated regardless.
Oh yeah.
We are involved regardless. And so
Yeah.
the both column is sort of specific to things that are like, okay, we're only doing this together, and it feels a little bit separate, but like every single thing on this board, the intent is that we do it together.
Yeah.
Marriage and sick ass honeymoon.
I wrote marriage and sick ass honeymoon. Also a dream this year.
Yeah.